Hello, I just wanted to stoke the fire a little bit on that assignment for science, where you are looking up stuff and researching things about the coronavirus. And when we have our grand conversation, that's what it's called, Friday, it's going to be with all of you and on a Zoom live. So we're going to be I'm going to be mediating, and my job is to throw a question out there, keep the ball rolling. And my job is to hopefully step back and not say a whole lot, and you all contribute something to the conversation. Normally, if I was to do this and we were at school, we would be sitting in a circle, and of course we wouldn't be able to do it with everybody at once, so it would be with each class, and so I'm trying to just do something like that virtually. So that's the goal. And so I wanted to get you a little more interested in things. So you know how I am a skeptic. You've heard me skepticize about other things going on in the world, and this coronavirus thing is no different to me than those other things. So for example, there's the question about when are things going to get back to normal so people can go back to work. So there's the economy versus people's lives. And I don't look at that as lives versus money. I look at it as lives versus lives, because people's lives take a hit too when they are not allowed to make money. The other thing about this to consider maybe is isn't it kind of weird how all of a sudden the government has so much power over you to tell you what to do? And we have a constitution, and there's people who are getting tickets and are being arrested. There are businesses being fined. The fines I've heard can be $5,000. There was a married couple that lived together married as a married couple sitting on a park bench, and the police came up and made them separate or threatened to give them a ticket. Strikey! Hey! You can never time these things. So anyways, another thing is too, I'm going to put up a little thing. There's models they're using for the coronavirus, and so they plug in their numbers in the computer model, and they say here's the projected curve of the disease, here's when we can expect it to flatten out. What they're finding in reality though is the projections have been way too high. They had it up as high as 220,000 people were going to die. Then they had to project it down to 93,000. They just recently projected it down again to 60,000. So something's going on. I'm a little curious about that. And also, something weird's going on in New York, where all of a sudden heart and other ailments that typically would be something that kills people, the death rates on those have gone way down in New York. Dr. Deborah Birx, who is the one you might see on TV every day with Donald Trump giving the press briefing on the coronavirus, has said that somebody could come in and die of a heart attack, but if they also have the coronavirus, then they're chalking it up as a death of COVID-19. In other countries, they're not doing that. So that's something else that I find kind of curious. So just like I always do, I'm a skeptic, and I see little things like this that make me question, because I've learned throughout life that not everyone has everyone's best interest at heart. Some people have an agenda, and I'm always looking for what that agenda is. So I'll show you a little picture about what I'm talking about, and hopefully that gets you thinking about where to research, because it's all open up to you where you want to look. As you can see behind me, it started off with this projection from the computer models where they plugged in numbers and different variables. See that we learned about variables, so the different variables, they choose what those are and plug them in. And then projections always end up, reality comes down. So you can see where we're currently at, and then how they've changed their projections. And then that shadow is they call it the margin of error. We could discuss margin of error in another conversation, but it could be there, but it's not. And so that's interesting, I think, and you can zoom in on that and check it out further and find other curves throughout. This is the California one. There's other ones throughout the United States. Have fun.